Hello, hello. I'm Conti with the Conticast. Today, I have a veteran guest with me here today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Did you just call me old?
I mean, I didn't say that, but
Well, you said veteran, and I've watched enough of these to know. Usually you say special guest, but now I'm just old, I guess. Okay. Well, my name's Nolan, and I like run PFMM, and I used to be an advisor in SCL and a staff leader in CPFO, and I've kind of just been around forever. So, I mean, he's not wrong. I am old, but
exactly. So I didn't lie.
I'm not special.
Okay. Our special veteran guest. There you go. So, Mr. Nolan, how long have you been playing PF?
uh, since the very, very, very beginning.
Wow.
We'll leave it at that, basically.
Okay. And then how long have you been playing comp for?
Also, the very, very, very beginning. Just for some context,
Right.
the first league ever was CPFL, Competitive Phantom Forces League. That was in that started like late 2015. At least that's when registration started because I signed up the first ever like team for that league, even though that team eventually like got scrapped and we never played a match. But
So did you make CPFL or were you just
no, 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 no. I was a bum back then. I was I was 14 at that point when CPFO started or CPFL, excuse me.
Whoa. So what were you guys using? Because I don't think Discord was a thing back then.
No, so I mean, at the very start, it was TeamSpeak, and then in the middle of 2016 or the beginning, there was a vote to switch to Discord because Discord came out in like the summer of 2015.
Hmm.
And like, if you look at my Discord profile, my account was made January 2nd, 2016.
Whoa.
So I guess it would have been around then that a little bit after that, that we switched to Discord.
Hmm. Okay. So since you didn't make CPFL, what or who got you originally into the comp scene?
I mean, I was around for the game that Shaylin and Lido made before PF, which was called Core 5.
Hmm.
And I was already playing competitive back then in Core 5, even though it wasn't. I mean, it's hard to call it much of a scene when we have what we have today, right?
Right.
But back then it was very limited. But I was already playing comp back then. And then it's sort of the same people that were from Core 5 that came over to start CPAFL. So, like, the owner of CPFL was a guy named Proofy, who originally played Core 5. He went by the name Sora KD, I think,
Hmm.
originally. And then, like, Jafin, he was around and he became like some sort of staff for CPFL, I think, or he was at least around back then. And so, yeah, it was just a lot of Core 5 people switching over to PF because PF was a hot new thing. It was a lot more popular than Core 5. So
Okay.
I was sort of part of that. Although, initially, early on, I wasn't really into PF. I was still into Core 5 more. But
So they were
that's sort of how I eventually went over.
there were two separate games.
Yeah, yeah, Core 5 was the older one. I think it got made originally in '09, but I started playing it in 2014
Hmm.
when I was 13.
Okay.
And PF came around like a year and a half later.
Hmm. Okay. So you kind of just answered my question, but I wanted you to go a little more into depth about what the scene was like, because you said it's nothing compared to what we have now. So would you call it more of like just friends who played competitively, or what?
I'm Well, what I mean more specifically is like comp, like if comp was what it was back then, now it would basically just be considered dead.
Hmm.
Like there wasn't any sort of like matchmaking thing. Hell, we could barely even play scrims because there weren't VIP servers in the very beginning because Phantom Forces was like under the group and
Right.
Roblox didn't like wasn't able to set up VIP servers for groups.
Hmm.
They only had it for games owned by individuals at first, or at least I think that's what the story was. But we couldn't even play VIPs, so people would like get versions of the game. They'd get copies of the game, and then they play on that. But the thing is, Stylus was much more anal about owning copies of the game back then. So those people got banned. Like there was a case in CPFL. It was actually a team that Mind Party was on.
Okay.
So his team got banned, which included him, just because they like played a scrim on a copy of the game that like wasn't allowed. So eventually we got VIP servers, and then but that was more around. I guess like comp didn't really start becoming like the comp we know it now until like CPFL season 2.
Hmm. And what,
But
what
season 1's kind of a blur to me.
what changed? Was it literally just the VIP servers?
Well, there was the VIP servers, and then we got like a matchmaking server set up
Hmm.
season 2. It was started by Coldera. It was called Phantom Forces Ranked Matchmaking, and he like coded his own bot at one point. It was a lot more scuffed than the bots like the Pubbo bot we have now, but it
Hmm.
was at least ranked. It like made teams. It was sort of just his like passion project thing. So that was what was like used back in CPFL.
Okay. So, what motivated you to play competitively instead of just like a casual little noob?
I mean, I've always taken like everything kind of seriously.
Hmm.
Like, I don't know. I wanted to be good. I wanted to be the best. Even going back to Core 5, it's like, I mean, I played, like, I will say one thing that motivated to play early on was when they had the player points
Hmm.
on Roblox. And so, like, I made, like, clans so that we could get to the top of the leaderboard, you know?
Hmm.
Like, originally in Core 5, I made a clan called Elite Dark Ninjas. It's such a cringe name, but I was fucking 13, right? And the other guy I was making it with was like 13 or 12. So, and then like a year-ish after that, I made TUV, which is called the Ultimate Victor. That was the team I originally signed up. That was mostly just a clan on Roblox.
Hmm.
And I tried to make it like a multi-game sort of thing. So trying to get up on the leaderboards in Core 5 and PF in Dexter's Paintball 2. Just like any game that had player points and was an FPS, I wanted to get my clan at the top. And so that involved recruiting a lot of good players, you know, trying to get them in the clan. There was like a max of 100 people you could have in a clan.
Hmm.
We tried to get as many good people as we can. I tried playing a lot, not necessarily PF at first, but on Core 5, I was like, I think by the end, I got to top 10 all time,
Hmm.
or like 11th or 10th, something like that. And then I was playing a lot of Dexter's Paintball too to try and get up on the leaderboard in that. And then eventually I started playing more PF, but that wasn't until the the player points started to go away,
Hmm.
unfortunately. But
Okay. So, how many leagues have you been a part of since you've been around for so long?
well, there was CPFL,
Hmm.
and then CPFL died. I took a break from the game. I came back for CPFO like a month or two after that started, and then I got banned from that, but then came back for it season 7. And then season 8, I think there was another league aside from CPFO going on at the time, but
Hmm.
I don't remember the name of it. And then shortly after that came PFDL, which obviously I made.
Hmm.
And then after CPFO ended, there was obviously SCL.
Hmm.
Then SCL went on, and there was another season of PFDL during that. And then obviously, like I stopped playing SCL after season 2. I just stopped playing completely. Came back for PFFL season 2,
Hmm.
and then there's been the PFMM stuff now. So,
Okay. And can you share some background or memories from each league
oh
that a new
shit.
gen might not know?
Wait, hold on. There's I forgot. There was also I played during the time I was banned from CPFO. I tried making a league
Yeah.
because I still wanted to fucking play. It was called Phantom Forces Championship Series or some bullshit.
Okay.
And that, okay, I know. Okay, so I got banned from CPFO and I tried making this new thing, but then the other guy I made it with got bribed by people on PR. So they offered him a spot on PR just so he would ban me from the league I helped make. Like they didn't just want me banned from CPFO. They wanted me banned from fucking everything. That's still one of the most like freakish things like ever.
Right.
Just ever.
That's fucked
And
up.
then there was also a like a sniping league
What?
that I played in. And I was on this team called Switch Sniping, and everyone was horrible except for me.
Wait.
And,
What?
and we were just bad. Yeah, there was like a sniping only league. It had like PR, it had Paradox, I think, and I forgot like every other team. But okay, what was the question you asked? Because I just remember that shit.
Share some memories or background from each league that a new gen might not know, or like some funny shit, whatever.
Oh man, I mean CPFL. I don't know. I think other people would remember that more. I don't, like I said, I wasn't playing so much PF at the time. I was on like PR for CPFL season 1 and 2, but that was just because Sasha was on it.
Mm-hmm.
He was the one that like got me onto those teams after TV like disbanded.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I was never really a starter on that team. I was just like a sub. But so like CPFL season 1, I barely fucking remember. And then season 2, like I started to play more for PR and like scrims and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know, in terms of like funny stuff. Well, I guess like I mean, Castler's, if you know him now, he's like one of the worst fucking people in the world. But
Right.
he was like an admin in CPFO, and part of the reason, or CPFL, excuse me, and part of the reason that league like dissolved was because he got caught for cheating
Mm-hmm.
or something. And so like everyone just like the admins lost motivation or whatever to keep it going, and it just kind of dissolved from there. I don't remember all the specifics. That's just like one part probably that I remember.
Right.
But there's that. Um, I mean, yeah, I don't really know about like funny stuff. I don't. Wait. No, wait.
Okay.
Okay. So I was talking about the matchmaking league back then in CPFL, right? Called PFRM. It was made by Coldera. So at one point, he pissed some people off.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. I don't know how, but he just did. And they they really did not like him. So what he did was he made a bot where you could do a command called exclamation mark killbot. And he said, like, every time you did that command, it would ban somebody, but it just didn't fucking do anything. So these people just joined the server and were spamming the command, and it just wasn't fucking doing anything. And so people don't know, like, people have talked about killbot as a term. That's where that originated from a PFRM meme of this guy like pissing some people off. Man, I don't even remember the initial context. It's so sad that video has been lost to time because that video is fucking amazing.
Oh,
But that's pretty funny actually.
we need to bring that back, but it mutes Azure Stealth every time you do it. Every time you do the command, it just mutes him for 10 minutes.
That that would be pretty funny. That would
Uh,
be pretty funny.
okay. Who were some of your biggest rivals and inspirations during that time when you played?
Just like all the time I played PF.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll say in terms of rivals, I'd say the big one was probably Nico. I mean, that's not really any secret.
Mm-hmm.
Like especially like season 10, I would definitely say we were rivals then because like they had BMB, we had Gang.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a whole thing.
Right.
Um, I would say like, I mean, there's ID season 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there was that whole thing. Um, there was. Okay, I'd say for inspirations, the big one, there are two, and this is gonna be funny because they're both cheaters.
Okay.
Okay, so back in the CP, so like everyone knows I do the fucking Nolan walk
Yeah.
or whatever, right? Like I just walk around like a bot. So the reason I started doing that was I got a good PC and I could finally like rely on my aim. But the inspiration for it came from playing a pub against Castlers. I'm playing Ravod against him, and I peek out from a box. He's using the Scar Hammer, and he has his fucking like self-coded trigger bot bullshit, and he instantly kills me. And that kill stuck out in my mind because I'm like, I have never died that quick from peeking ever in my fucking life. I need to imitate this, you know? So like when I got a good PC and I could like actually do something, you know, I wasn't on like a 20 FPS fucking laptop.
Right.
When I got unbanned from CPFO and I had a good PC, I'm like, okay, I don't need to do any of this complicated movement bullshit. If I just position and I aim, then I'll just destroy everyone. Mm-hmm. And so that was like one of my inspirations. And then the other was when I got unbanned, there was a matchmaking called PFMS that was owned by Nico. Mm-hmm. And it was the admins in it were basically the people that were on Ford. And when I came back, I was playing a lot against Z Warsong. He goes by Rose. He was blatantly fucking cheating at the time. I didn't know that. I didn't think he was cheating. I'm just like, Jesus Christ, this guy's insane. I need to be as good or better than him. Mm-hmm. And so like he was the main motivation I had for like trying to improve at the game when I got unbanned, because I'm like, this guy's insane. I want to be better than that.
Right.
And it turns out he was just using fucking game sense. But I got to a point where I was arguably as good or better than him, mm-hmm. even while he's cheating. And so, yeah, that was one of the big drives for me to like become good at that point, because I was like, I have to be better than this guy.
Right. Okay. So what are some memorable moments in your career?
I mean, the first like memorable moment would be CPFO season 2. Mm-hmm. It's the IE versus like EPFC match. Illicit Elites versus Elite Phantom Forces clan. And God Status is on that team because he was just so good at the fucking game. He's like, okay, this team is the worst in the league. How good can I make it? It was like a social experiment.
Right.
Just for God Status. And like, he was still the best fucking player on that team. He was insane, but there's the clip of me teabagging him, which eventually led to me getting a suspension for like 3 games. And then I'm like, why am I getting suspended? I'm going to make a whole fucking video just like talking bullshit. Some of it was very valid. Some of it was white people saying the N-word, right. Which like, I mean, you're black, so, right. You know, you'd probably agree with me on that to some extent, but although obviously most people right now don't really give a shit about that.
Right.
But I made it a point back then mm-hmm. in that rant but there was also like they changed rules and shit, and just like generally, I mean, it's like some of it was definitely just like dumb.
Hmm.
Some of it was valid. But anyways, I got banned for it, and they put a rule in their rule book called like defamation or whatever. And so yeah, I got banned from CPFO for all of that. And then that also led to the me getting banned from my own league thing. But
Is
yeah.
that where the rule no BMing comes from? Like you can't like in SEO where you couldn't like BM players.
The that I mean that was a carryover from CPFO basically.
Okay.
It's a dumb fucking rule, but
So can we BM
I said
players?
that at the time, bro. Like I got a suspension for teabagging. Like, bro, it's crouching up and down. Like, it's not that deep, guys. It's not that deep. I swear to God, they had a whole fucking rule against it. I've always been against it since day one. It's so stupid. It's so dumb.
So can we BM players in our league now?
I do not give a fuck what you do in
Okay.
game.
Okay.
Like, if you want to shoot someone's body, if you want to do the wall hump, if you want to teabag, do whatever the fuck you want, bro. Like, who cares?
Okay. Okay. You
It's so
have,
dumb. It was always dumb.
oh my god. You have any other memorable moments?
I mean, okay, after that, let me think. I mean, I'd say season 10 finals when it went to the sixth map and I drop almost 50 with a 2KD and we win.
Hmm.
That was pretty memorable. Um, and I also had the nade clutch on Metro in that match too.
Yeah, the one clip. I know.
Yeah, that Danknam put in the video
Yeah.
for SCL. And then, I mean, season 2 upper bracket match. And then I'd say those are like the three sort of moments I remember the most.
Okay. So let's talk about PFMM. So there was two PFMMs before the PFMM. What we talked about how the first one died. How did the second one die, and then how did this one come to be?
Well, no, it's more like there was one PFMM server before
Hmm.
this one. And then there was this server that we're in now,
Yeah.
PFMM, was the one we were using all the way after that one. But it just like it died at some point, like once SCL died. And
Mm.
then we used the same server once we came back this summer.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah, like really just from like the once the new server got made to SCL, like it only died one, I guess, because I stopped caring, but
Hmm.
two, it's because everyone else stopped caring because fucking SCL died. So it's like, why even, you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Why
like,
bother?
who cares?
Okay. So Nolan, you've never been on a bad team, and unlike Bill, this is actually true. Why and how did you not just get bored of winning?
I mean, I don't think that's quite accurate
Okay, shed some light.
because okay, so CPFL season 1 and 2, I was on PR. That was a good team.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, I never really played much on that team though, so it's kind of just whatever. I mean, it's not like we won either of those seasons.
Hmm.
We came top 4 season 1, and then season 2 didn't really go anywhere. I don't even know how many matches were played CPFL season 2. It's like such a weird point in comp history.
Hmm.
But then CPFO season 1, I was on Chaos, and I don't think people know that, but I literally when I joined that team, I just looked for the first team that was hosting tryouts, and I went to the tryouts, and then I got on the team. Like I didn't really care what team I was on for CPFO season 2 or season 1, excuse me, and then season 2, like DSR 1, season 1, season 2, Acid wanted me on his team,
Hmm.
which he was on DSR season 1, so I was on a good team for that. Although eventually that team disbanded because we got destroyed by PR in a scrim, like brutally.
Right.
Like it wasn't even close. And like infamously for people at the time, nobody really gives a shit now because that was so long ago. But it was on Ravod and I subbed in and I went like 3-12 and I got clowned on it. So I do remember that. And then the team disbanded and I was secretly playing on an alt called Sir Porcupine on Illicit Elites. And so once AMA disbanded, I was just like, okay, well, I'll just join that team on my main now.
Okay.
And so that's what I did. And then IE was decent. I guess they were sort of like, I guess they were a top 5, top 4 team probably. Maybe top 3. I don't know. We were a decent team, but then obviously I got banned, and then in some other league while I was banned, I was on a team I made called, again, TUV. I used like the same sort of group. I played on TUV, and that was with some shitters, plus Acid, because Acid's my boy. And if you don't know who Acid is, it's Larkus.
Right. That's yeah.
But he's been my guy for a while. But I was on a team with him and some bums in like some third league. And Switch sniping, like I said, I have streams on my YouTube or videos or whatever, and it is just like I'm literally the only guy. Like I think my team went like quad neg or something, and I'm going like neutral. It's just like I don't know why he did that. I don't know why it was bothering to do that.
Right.
But then like yes, CPF once I came back from CPFO, Zasha's also my guy, you know. He wanted me on PR when I got unbanned, so I was on PR instantly, and we were good. Partially because I was good, but also because we had a good team. And then Season 8, I was also still on PR. And then Season 9, mid-gang, which was just an offshoot of PR, basically, because Season 8, we got Mind Party on the team. We already had Luminous and Andre. And then Free Divine was gonna join Season 8, but then we left Season 8 because Nico got unbanned because he bribed the league for a prize pool he never paid out. And so I was just like, well, I don't want to play in this fucking shit because that's just stupid. And so we left. And then Season 9, you know, short-term memory loss or whatever, we make gang, Nico somehow ends up on the fucking team. I don't know how, that just happened, I guess.
Right.
And then we just like destroyed that season, and there was barely any competition, if any. And then Season 10, we just ran it back on gang because Nico was now making his new team, and so there was that like 2-team race. And then Season 11, AZ was really bad when I joined it, but then I was just like, okay, well, we'll just get some other people on the team. And it's not like we got everyone from gang on that team. It was mainly me, Andre, Luminous, that were like really good that joined the team.
Right.
And then Roman wasn't on gang, but he got a new PC during that time and became like really good. Because before then he was the laughing stock of the community, basically.
Yeah.
Like he was shit. But he was on like a 20 FPS MacBook.
Yeah.
He, all he was known for at that time was spamming people's DMs, and he spammed mine, and I ignored him like 75% of the time because he was annoying. He was very annoying. So that team eventually got good, and then SCL, we were just like, okay, well, it's the first season, let's bring gang back.
Right.
Let's win Season 1. And then Season 2, we were like, okay, well, running back gang is just boring. Because originally we were going to do that on PR, but then we realized, well, there's not really any competition, so, like, let's split up. And so the other gang guys, like Divine, Andre, Mind Party, Luminous, all those guys, they left and they made Icarus Dash. And then I stayed on PR with like Zasha, who was from gang. And then, like, Roman and Bryce joined the team, I think. And then, so we made PR, and PR was mainly just like, we were just recruiting like the PFMM like stompers, like the MM stompers, right?
Right.
So that's how we got like Nick and Zudo and like, I mean, just a lot of those guys.
Yeah.
I guess Van was sort of a carryover from the old days because he was on PR in season 7, so we carried him over. Same with Hawk, I guess, because he was on Secret Plus season 7. So yeah, that team was good, but PFDL, that team, I thought we had a good team, and then nobody showed up, and I'm just playing with fucking pig shit bums.
Okay.
And I don't even know. I'm like, by the way, I'm destroying. Yeah. I'm doing just fine. The rest of my team are a bunch of dogs. I mean, I like Jedi.
Yeah.
I liked Knight. I liked Knight.
You said Jedi was good. And Knight.
Jedi, I mean, yeah, Jedi was good, but like, not good enough, you know?
Right.
Not good enough.
Right.
And then, like, there was also Knight, who was on Azon. I thought he was good.
Right.
He just plays like a fucking bum on my team. We have Reddy playing on X52E. He's on Azon. I'm like, oh, he's good. Nope, wrong. He's shit.
Right.
I thought Wait was good. No, he's shit. They're shit. Excuse me. I don't know what pronouns I go by now, but
right.
And I'm just like, what do I do?
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes these guys don't even show up. We're starting that one great guest. like what? How? We're starting. Yeah. Oh my god! I need to look at screenshots.
That one great.
I need to look. I need to look at screenshots. Yeah, just sometimes we didn't have players showing up. Bro, what is? I need to find.
Yo, that's killing me.
We were playing Prisk. Okay, the last match we have in there. Mm-hmm. Our starting roster is me, Prisky, who was an old gen. Okay, I'm going 36 and 29. Mm-hmm. Okay, that's like mid. My second is 21 and 34.
Okay.
My third is Knight, going 27 and 38.
No.
My fourth is Reddy, going 20 and 33. And my fifth is Maximus 040404. He's going 14 and 41. If you have heard of that guy, then God bless your soul. But that's not a real human. And we won map 2, by the way. I'm 45 and 22 with a 2KD. And then we lose map 3, and we win map 3, and I'm 62 and 34 against Daniel, aka Bog Status, Jimmy, Rembrandt, Doombringer, and Ryzen. Like no, I was not always on a good team. I was hard boosting that Hoodrich team in PFDL. I don't give a fuck what you have to say. So no, that team was not good. And then STL season 3, I'm on THG for like a week, and then I leave because I don't want to play.
Right.
And then STL season 4, I'm on Mint for like 2 weeks, and then I leave because I don't want to play.
Okay.
And then next league I play is PFFL season 2, and I get peer pressure to join, and it's a draft league, so I can't leave. Otherwise, my team's just fucked. But I guess they're not fucked because Pulse is just the fucking GOAT.
Yeah.
So maybe I could have left, but at that point, you know, there was a little part of me that was like, you know what? I don't hate playing. I'll play this out. And hey, we ended up winning, so that's cool.
Yeah.
And then this season, fucking Roman just like really wants me to fucking play. He's like, I'll be a captain if you sign up. So I fucking sign up. And so now I'm on Give Me the Loot.
Give me the loot. Okay. Okay. So were there any oh my god. Okay. What was the most intense match / tournament you've ever played in?
Most intense match was definitely BNB. Yeah, I would say the BNB one because that went. We played a full BO5,
Mm-hmm.
which was already like an hour and a half, and then there was like this downtime because we tied map 5, which was Suburbia CTF,
Right.
and so there's like 40, there's like 30 minutes of downtime because everyone's like, well, what the fuck do we do? It's finals. Like, what do we, how do we get this moving? And then someone in the rulebook finds the tiebreaker and we have to play a 6th map. And then it's Suburbia Koth. And I just fucking destroy. Like I said, 52 KD. I'm just hard carrying and we win.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but yeah, that was definitely pretty intense. But I guess SCL, I guess PR versus ID Upper Bracket Season 2 was pretty intense. And Season 1 finals was pretty intense, but I only played like 2. No, I played Desert fully. I played Warehouse fully. I subbed out on Mall after going 1-6. Even though if I kept playing, I probably would have been fine. Probably went neutral or something. And then I like subbed in for Suburbia. Because Sammer was doing bad or something. So like that one was arguably closer, but I just didn't play as much in it.
Right. Okay. And was there any drama that you'd like to talk, that you would be open to talking about, that involved you, that you still think about to this day?
I still think about to this day.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, I'm open to talk about anything you ask for, but I don't know if I think about that stuff too much anymore.
So nothing lives like rent free in your head?
Not really.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's just so long ago. It's like, and like after season 2 ended,
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of like mentally checked out of like almost everything,
Okay.
like PF related.
Right. Okay. Well, since I do want to talk, I want to ask about the PR versus ID situation in all those bans. So
Okay.
you said Free Divine was cheating, right? Was he actually cheating?
I mean, I think so. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made the video.
Right. And the video comes out, and do you think that your video got him banned, or do you think that his ban was just incoming?
Well, no. Okay, the
Well, 'cause-
timeline is season 2.
Mhm.
The upper bracket match happens, we win,
Mhm.
and then at some point before their match against Azon, RoboDank releases the doc, and then people just start going after Bryce. Or not the doc, but the folder with all the screenshots of the DMs with Sinon.
Right.
Weird how Robo's releasing it, but regardless.
Mhm.
A lot of the ID guys start like fucking going after Bryce or whatever
Right.
in like SCL and PFMM and shit. And Jaden like links the fucking server to Team Cringe or whatever so they can raid PFMM, even though I banned Bryce before fucking SCL did. So like the reason he got banned was the shit he was doing to Bryce. He was never banned for cheating from SCL, as far as I know.
Okay.
So my video had no effect on anything going on in SCL.
Okay. And then, so Bryce, were you shocked at all, or was it just like you just kind of thought like he was weird, or were you just not affected?
I mean, like I saw the screenshots and I'm like, man, it's fucking weird. And I banned him because I'm like, yeah, you need to be gone for your own sake.
Mm-hmm.
Because like, why the fuck are you sending that shit to her?
Right.
But it's like, it's not like full grooming, but it's still like really fucking weird.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I did stay friends with him after the fact for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I never really suspected anything, even though looking back, like, there were messages he was sending during matches when he was like a ref in SCL.
Right.
And that shit was also weird too. So Like if I just wasn't really paying attention to that shit though.
Right.
Like it's not like I was watching that match or reffing that match. Like I didn't really give a shit about
Hmm.
what other people do.
Okay. Well, good riddance to that guy anyway. So, how has the meta changed throughout your career?
Um, well, originally in PF, there weren't like any crazy OP guns
Hmm.
like in the CPFL era. And then by the time CPFO came around, you started getting some fucking bullshit. Although I guess the M60 was always around, and that gun was very overpowered for many years.
Right.
But like in the CPFO times, you eventually got like the Vector and shit,
And that,
which
and that was
was like
allowed.
1200 RPM three shot of Doom or some shit.
Yeah.
And so that we just did not ban that in CPFO for like a while. I'm pretty sure it was banned by the time I got unbanned from CPFO, but it was still banned or it was still unbanned for a while while I was banned, as far as I know. So there was that shit, but like I mean the G36 and AS Val have always been around and good, same as like the LED5,
Hmm.
AKM. Like those guns have been around since like day one, basically.
Right.
The only guns that came around later were like the TAR, the HK, the 109s bullshit.
Hmm.
Let me look what other fucking guns there are. The C7 didn't come around until later. M16A1 didn't come around until later. The AUGs were around for a while. The K2s do. The FAMAS is old. The FAMAS used to be the most overpowered gun in the game because that was 900 RPM, 3420, but it had like no recoil back in 2016, so it was just like the most used gun by everyone.
Right.
And then eventually they nerfed it, and like even they were celebrating it. Like if you go to the normal version of Warehouse and you go into Office, there's like a picture frame of a trash can and the FAMAS is thrown in the trash can. That's because of how busted it was back in the day.
Okay. But what about player metas? Because I know I hear so much talk about this all the time. How players used to not move, and even Mister talked about it in his podcast, where players didn't really used to move, and if you were W keying, you were just dead. Comparative to
Um,
now.
so like yeah, that all changed. Okay, so there's like a progression of movement.
Hmm.
Before I got banned from CPFO, people only strafed while shooting. Like they only used their A and D keys.
Right.
One of the biggest adjustments I had to make when I got unbanned from CPFO was when I came back, people started jumping while shooting.
Right.
And it sounds dumb how basic that is, but Zasha was like the first guy I ever saw to like shoot and jump at the same time and throw off people's aim.
Hmm.
And people didn't do it before because it's like, well, your aim just gets fucked from it. But then you would just get used to aiming like that while jumping. And so that was new. But really the thing that changed like the push and die thing was SCL was around the time SCL came and they fucked up the spawns in main game. So people would just like start fucking spawning in front of people. And so the SCL build has those broken ass spawns.
Hmm.
And so you would always just spawn super far up. So then the meta became okay, I'm going to go out, get as many kills as possible, and die. But
Right.
if you tried to do that back in the old days, well, if you died, you'd spawn at the back of the map. So it would take you a fuck ton longer to get back to mid and get back into the action. That's why dying was punished a lot more. But nowadays, you have people racking up like 60 fucking deaths in a match.
Right.
And it's like you're just not punished as much for doing retarded bullshit as much as you were back in the day. So it
Hmm.
was really just the spawns that changed everything.
Okay. So you've been how long have you been a top player? Let's start there.
Um, I mean, if you're talking like top one contender, that was basically from CPFO season 7 to SCL season 2.
Hmm.
But so they made like a top 25 list back in 2018, around the time I got banned,
Hmm.
and they actually put me in it, which I didn't think I was that good back then, but apparently they thought I did.
Right.
Let me try and find this actually. Is it this one? Yeah, so I got ranked 14th
Okay.
in like early 2018.
Hmm.
I didn't think I was, but they thought I was, so that's cool, I guess.
Okay. And
So I've been,
so you.
so I'd say like since then
Hmm.
I've been good
Okay.
because I'm like a similar-ish level now, right? So
And how have you been such a consistently top player? Like, what goes into that?
um I mean, back in the day, I used to play a lot. Like back in CPFL, I was playing a lot of PFRM.
Hmm.
And then in CPFO at the beginning, I was trying to play as much as possible because I enjoyed playing the game. And then I got banned. I tried getting unbanned a lot. I didn't get banned until later on, but eventually I got unbanned, and then I was allowed to play like PFRM, and I was playing a lot of PFRM. So I was doing that, and yeah, I was just trying to play a lot. And then I got to a point where I was really good, and it just sort of like stuck, and I didn't have to play as much.
Hmm. Okay. So, I before I ask this question, I want to ask: will you take credit for making players like Build and Roman?
No,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna ask it anyway. What goes into
I mean,
yeah?
okay, speak.
What goes into coaching god tier players like Build and Roman?
I mean, you can like, I mean, there's the classic saying, you can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink, right?
Right.
Like, you could always tell them certain concepts, but really, I think you just learn more by like watching other people's gameplay and by just practicing what you see.
Hmm.
So, like, I would say, I mean, I would say Nick kind of is like, Nick right now kind of is just what I used to be as a player.
Right.
But I wouldn't say I coached him to get there. Maybe he watched me do that stuff and took inspiration,
Hmm.
but I don't really know. I never asked him. I've never talked to him about that. I know Roman watched a fuck ton of me, but I think he kind of made his own sort of play style. He's
Right.
kind of just done his own thing. He's watched me play, but I don't think he's like, yeah, I don't know.
Okay. Okay. So then, can you explain what just makes a top 10 player in general? Like
Um,
comparative to just like top 20. What makes a top 10 player? Like, how can they get that breakthrough?
I would say to be top 10, you either need to be like a step above everyone skill wise.
Hmm.
So, like, you're talking like Nine Ticks and Carbon, who are just like genetic freaks
Right.
that just kind of run around, do whatever, but they're so good skill wise, they get away with it.
Right.
You need to understand Mac. Also, I'll throw Guru into that group too.
Right.
Or you need to understand the macro of the game really well. So that's where you get like lower top 10 end players, which is like me, Van, and Wally.
Hmm.
Or you need to do both, which is like the rest of them, right?
Yeah.
They understand the macro, where they need to be on the map to get kills, and they have the skill to get those kills
Right.
more consistently than like me, Van, and Wally, I'd
Okay.
say.
Okay. And are there any flaws that you see with newer top 10 players that differ from like the older gen of top 10 players?
I mean, I definitely think more people now don't understand how important staying alive is.
Hmm.
Even though the spawns are more pushed up, I'll always say positioning over kills. Positioning is just so much more important than getting kills in a lot of different scenarios. But sometimes you'll just see people swing out and try and get a kill when they just didn't need to.
Right.
And I would say that's the biggest flaw personally.
We see that a lot with Van. He values positioning over getting those kills, and I think that's what makes him such a. I think that's what underrates him, but I also think that's what makes him such a good player because he's always positioned very well to
I mean,
set himself up.
I'll say with Van, he is a bit of a baiter though.
I
Like
mean,
I've seen him do some dumb, some like I don't know if he should be doing that, Van. Like I'm playing a scrim against him. It's Ellie Hardpoint. He's a Phantom, and he's sitting spawn window
hmm,
when it's the Beppis point, and I'm
right,
just like, I mean, I guess you could sit there, but probably should just let people that spawn in deal with that, and you should be more towards the point, trying to hold the point and drain.
hmm. Well,
But
well, I
whatever
mean,
works for him.
well, I mean, if we're to talk about that, then there's also Jimmy. You know, with Jimmy boxes, he was a baiter too. No,
No, not really.
no.
He's kind of just a role player on PR. But like, the thing is with Jimmy boxes, that's like a central position on the map.
Hmm.
Like if you're sitting there, you're controlling the rotations around the map. You're having control over the hill, but you can like pivot between like bottom mid ramp, under short, doubles, all from that one position. And if you can stay alive, that's really valuable there.
Right,
But in the other example, it's like it's hard point.
right.
You gotta move, man. You gotta like you gotta drain to win. Like I
Right,
don't know. And you're just sitting in your spawn and it's like, yeah, you don't want to get flanked, but I think you need a better way of dealing with that while actually getting points on the board for your team.
right,
But I guess within the context of the team, it should be other people draining and
right.
him not, but I don't know.
Now I have a
It's kind of weird to
question.
me.
I have a question about Jimmy boxes because maybe I'm just bad. Like maybe it just doesn't work for me. But I don't. I don't understand. Maybe like I genuinely don't understand how Jimmy did it. Like I I swear you can't jump up from Jimmy. Like just a normal jump. You can't jump up
You
from
can.
Jimmy. Can you actually? Okay.
You can.
Because it just feels like it feels clunky to me. And then if I super jump up, it's just like I'm kind of like you know like I'm
No,
just
you can definitely normal jump. And even if you can't normal jump up, if you normal jump, you can at least shoot at people like doubles and big box.
yeah.
And even on top of that box too, you can hold like terrace door too if you're on Ghost.
Okay.
So like yeah.
Okay. That's just me being a bad player. All good guys. So okay. What is the most underrated skill that separates top players from good ones? Like example, what separates Pulse and Build from players like Slemnish Quern and Nine Ticks?
I mean, I would say it's almost entirely macro. They go about it in two completely different ways though, because build always understands like what positions to hold and where people are coming from to be able to punish them with his positioning. But Pulse, on the other hand, it is insane. Like if you're a new player, you need to you don't need to watch his POV because watching his POV isn't going to tell you this information. You need to watch in free cam him move around on a map like Suburbia or Neon, and you'll recognize he's able to instantly realize where a gap exists on the map, and he is going to push it and exploit that.
Right.
And I've never there's no other player that does that like he does. But like on Suburbia, sometimes I've seen him spawn tramp, and he will just like snap of a finger. He instantly recognizes greenhouse and mid shed is clear, and he'll melee out, run like to their mid shed, bottom mid to the garage, and he's already tramp boxes within like 10 seconds. and sometimes he's doing this at the start of the game too. The
Mm-hmm.
way he's able to position or and move and like into places you just don't expect is like something I've never seen before from a player.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, okay. I want to move to your maps, your map making. Specifically, I want to talk about null site because I love null site, and I love the original black site. Can you talk about the 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 problems original black site had, and then how you fixed them with null site?
I mean, Blackside was just I just fucking hated it. It was so cluttered. There was so much shit just like everywhere. There were all these railings you would just randomly vault on.
Mm-hmm.
You couldn't move fluidly around the map.
Mm-hmm.
It was just horrible. And so when I originally made that during SCL, like during the SCL times, I was like, fuck this map. I'm removing everything. And so there was a version that I made originally that was on it might still be on my Roblox, honestly. It might be one of my places, but I made that originally because I'm like, I fucking hate this map. Yeah, it's called Chad's site on my profile. If you ever want to see the original version of this, but it's literally just black site, but I removed everything because I just fucking hated it. And then over time, like people. I mean, it never got adopted until like Mandela Effect, and that version was made and that version was used, and then we used it for PFFL like season or for the PFMM season one league.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna start mirroring stuff. And now I just like mirrored the Ghost mid to the Phantom side, and now it's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah,
So
I love null site. You did great. You did great work. Now can you fix elevation and like warehouse?
there's no fixing elevation.
I think you
And
really
trust me, I've tried to fix warehouse about
okay.
that.
Like warehouse
People kind of hated everything I did.
experimental
So
warehouse wasn't bad though. It just felt big.
it is. I mean, I changed it a little bit, but then nobody like looked at it. So
And honestly,
eh.
that leads into my second question of Pulse House. Can you talk about how you adapt to map changes like Pulse House?
I mean, I have not adapted to Pulse House. Every time I've played on it, I've just gotten fucking shit stomped.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I've played it like 4 or 5 times, maybe 6 times,
Mm-hmm.
but like every time I played it, I just haven't enjoyed it. So I don't know.
Do you think that's because it's a bad map or the changes are bad or no?
I don't know. It's just so cluttered, and some of the changes feel so unnecessary. I mean, in all honesty, it feels like it feels like I don't want to rag on Pulse or anything, but it feels like he changed the map to fit his playstyle more. That's what it feels like to me. It didn't feel like he wanted Warehouse to have the same essence as what it was before.
Right.
That's my honest opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe he would disagree with that, and he probably does, but that's just what I think happened.
Okay. Okay. So now let's move into players. Do you have any underrated talent that you're keeping your eye on?
Underrated talent.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I guess nowadays, let me look at the teams real quick. I think there's one
Mm-hmm.
I have in mind. I I'll actually say Keanu,
Hey. Okay.
but I think so. Like we drafted him right, and like we knew he was good when we drafted him,
Mm-hmm.
but I feel like there's something missing. And like my biggest criticism for him is like I don't know I don't know if it's just because like he was playing with me and there's like history there, but every time I've heard him calm in game, I feel like he doesn't exude that same confidence he has when he's like talking normally to people, right?
Right.
Like I feel like he's such a confident person, and then it just all goes away in game, or at least that's the impression I've got when I've like played with him versus heard him talking. And I feel like if that confidence transfers over to the game,
Hmm.
he's going to be just like that and back at like what he used to be.
Right.
And so like I think he's close to being like very good again. He just needs to like regain that confidence.
Hmm.
And then other than that, I'll say like I mean, I think Thinkernet is insane. I think he's been slept on for like a while.
Right.
He's a little inconsistent. I mean, if he becomes more consistent, he could be like a top 15-ish player.
Hmm.
Like I think he's really good. I think people. I mean, I'll always think Andre can come back and be very good.
Right.
Um, I mean, if Corey ever like grows a brain, he could be very good.
What do you mean?
Okay, like every time I play against Corey, I feel like he kills me a lot, but
Yeah.
that's just because he's in a spot he just like shouldn't be because if he kills me there, it's just no impact.
Right.
And I'm just like, why the fuck are you there? Like there was a scrim I was playing against him on null site. It's the last 10 seconds of the game, and you know where the last point is on hardpoint, right? It's like the bottom mid on
Hmm.
the ghost side.
Yeah. Yeah.
And like I'm running left cells to kill these people on the point, but like Corey is there for some reason, even though there's 10 seconds and it's like a super close hardpoint game. And I'm just like, well, that's just dumb. Like,
Right.
yeah, he kills me, but that's just like so little impact.
Hmm.
Like that's not helping your team win the game.
Right.
And I feel like he gets a lot of those kills, but I feel like the skill is there for him to be a lot better.
Sure.
I feel like the skill is there for him to be a lot more impactful.
Right.
But right now, I feel like he just gets a lot of empty kills.
I mean, we see that now in his current warehouse games where it's like Nurius, but he's actually a good player, so he'll run left side, he'll run the right side of the map and just literally run there. Like, and that's all he does. Whether it's Koth, hardpoint, whatever, he'll just run there. And I'm like, man, why are you there? Like, you're just, well, I mean, I guess I can't talk because I go outside, so that's kind of useless too. So,
No, on no side, it's useful if that's what you mean. Like
yeah.
it because you want to force their spawns towards calf
Right.
because most of the points are mid.
Hmm.
So and if you control mid, you're gonna win the game basically, unless
Right.
it's calf, obviously. But
Hmm.
every other time you need to control mid, and going outside helps you control mid
Okay.
a lot. So
Guys, don't take that from me. I founded that, by the way, in a PFM game at 12:30 in the morning. So, don't take that from me. I founded that. Okay. Now that we've talked about the underrated talent, can you talk about some overrated talent?
um
Maybe some shitters at the top 25?
um overrated.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anyone's really overrated. I don't like. I'm looking at these teams. I don't think anyone is really like overrated right now.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe me. I
Okay.
feel like I've been playing shit recently. Maybe KSP is a little overrated, but
Okay.
like people don't really rate him like they used to. So like that feels weird to say.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's still really he's like really inconsistent,
Mm-hmm.
but he's not really like overrated by people, I guess, because he still has why people rate him so highly in the tank.
Right.
He just doesn't tap into it as much as I'd like to see.
It's because he's not getting mad. I asked KSP this, and he says it's not because he said it's because he's not getting mad.
I don't think it's that. I just don't. He's probably just not playing enough.
Sure.
That's really what it is, probably.
Okay. Whatever. Well, this is all I have for you, Mr. Nolan.
Oh.
This is all I got.
Okay.
Is there anything you'd like to say out into the pod or into the world?
No.
Okay. Well, This has been Conti on the Conticast with our veteran player, our
All right.
veteran,
Fuck you.
our
Fuck you.
veteran
Fuck you.
special guest, Nolan.
Just call me old. Just call me old. Call me senile. Say you're senile, guest, please. Please, I beg you. Just
I can't do
don't
that.
say veteran. Don't say veteran.
You are. You have the vet tag and everything. Yeah.
All right. Bro.
Our veteran special guest.
Just call me
Nolan.
geriatric, please. Like anything else.
Oh man. Any last words for the pod?
I'm old, I guess. I don't know. Have a good one.
Okay, signing off.